gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem, Negaraku. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to continue our proceedings with a Dua recital.
We'd like to invite Mr. Azizul Abdul Hamid, Manager, Portfolio Management, Cradle, to lead us in the recitation of the Dua.
Al-Fatiha. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. O Allah, to you alone we extend our gratitude for all blessing and grace. O Allah, for the abundance of your blessings and the ease of our affairs that you continuously grant us. And with your permission, we gathered on this blessed morning at the launching ceremony of my startup single window platform in an atmosphere hoped to be filled with your mercy and blessings. We beseech you, O Allah, to bless this gathering with the prayers offered and to facilitate these proceedings until its conclusions. May our effort in making this event successful be pleasing to you and guided by your wisdom. We gather to seek knowledge, exchange ideas, contribution thoughts, strengthen bonds, and support each other towards improving the quality of our work. We seek strength for your presence, O Allah, so that those present today may fulfill their duties and responsibilities entrusted by the government through the Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, MOSTI, with full accountability and dedication. O Allah, all forgiving, all forbearing, make our gathering one that is blessed, and our parting thereafter as one blessed and protected. And do not make us, nor do us, among the doom, and keep us from losing your mercy. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you, Mr. Azizul Abdul Hamid, for leading us in the recitation of the Dua. The Honorable Chang Lee Kam, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. The Honorable Dato' Haji Muhammad Yusuf bin Abdal, Deputy Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Dato' Technologist Dr. Haji Aminuddin bin Hasim, Secretary General of the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. Distinguished guests, speakers, innovators, participants of KL20, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning and a warm welcome. Welcome back to day 2 of the KL20 Summit. As we had a vibrant day 1, we'd like to once again welcome all of you back. Thank you very much for being here as we continue to embody your aspirations at the forefront of innovation here in Malaysia.
That's right, and day 2 promises to be yet another impactful day as we continue with insightful presentations. We're very pleased to have with us a distinguished lineup of speakers from near and far with us here today. We're going to witness significant collaborations, including the unveiling of the My Startup single window and pivotal MOU exchanges to mark our commitment towards propelling Malaysia's startup landscape further. And so to begin today's ceremony, it is our absolute pleasure to welcome our guest of honor, Yang Mohammed Tuan Chang Lee Kang, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, on stage to share his vision and insights that will guide us towards making Malaysia a global startup hub. Silakan.
Thank you. Yang berhormat Datuk Haji Muhammad Yusof bin Abdul, Deputy Minister of MOSTI. Yang berbahagia Datuk Teknologis Dr. Haji Aminuddin bin Hasim, Secretary General of MOSTI. Yang berbahagia Datuk Noor Azman, Deputy Secretary General of MOSTI, Management of MOSTI and Ministries, Board Members and the Management of Cradle, Head of Agencies, Investors, Partners, startup ecosystem players, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning, salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani. It is a great pleasure to be with all of you again on the second day of the KL20 Summit. This event is a solid manifestation of the strategic collaboration between ministries as part of the whole of government approach. Today, the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, MOSTI, together with the Ministry of Economy as the main organizer, are enabling and leveraging on the startup's single window, the KL Innovation Belt and Malaysia Venture Capital Roadmap as marquee initiative under the KL20 Action Paper. This initiative acts as a springboard to exemplify our continuous journey of cooperation and collaboration in fostering and energizing tech-based startups in order to provide a conducive and friendly atmosphere within the startup ecosystem in the country. The KL20 Summit 2024 provides a great traction as we witness the exchanges of high-impact MOUs, insightful plenary discussions, and groundbreaking ideas that have set the tone for meaningful engagement and action for a conducive and supportive startup ecosystem. This is a great start for a wonderful journey for the startup ecosystem. MOSTI is honored of being given the mandate by the Cabinet to execute this monumental task to oversee and monitor this marquee initiative under the KL20 Action Paper. A roadmap to propel Malaysia's startup tech sector involving 3 ministries, namely MOSTI, the Ministry of Economy, and the Ministry of Digital. Today, MOSTI is delighted to showcase 3 key initiatives under the KL20 Action Paper. The Malaysia single window for the startup ecosystem, KL Innovation Belt, and the Malaysia Venture Capital Roadmap. Ladies and gentlemen, the government has set a goal to achieve a mature and thriving ecosystem by 2025, with 5,000 startups that are largely self-sustaining and exceptionally successful. This will be achieved through the Super 2021 to 2030 and the KL20's vision via the marquee initiative under the KL20 Action Paper. My startup will serve as the foundation for a seamless business environment by providing a single platform for all things related to startups in Malaysia. My startup, Malaysia's single window for the startup ecosystem, is a testament to our dedication in nurturing a vibrant startup ecosystem by providing a centralized platform for startups to access resources, mentorship, funding, and regulatory support, thereby empowering the next generation of entrepreneurs to thrive and succeed. In line with the nation's aim to be among the top 20 global startup ecosystem by 2030, my startup will facilitate seamless business environment by uniting founders, investors, tech talents, government agencies, and ecosystem players for an inclusive and sustainable growth. My startup is powered by Creator Fund, a focal point agency for Malaysia's startup ecosystem. Creator also spearheads the Malaysia Startup Ecosystem Roadmap, SUPER 2021 to 2030, which emphasizes the importance of a sustainable and inclusive startup environment to stimulate a robust economy by providing everybody with the opportunity to get access to entrepreneurial knowledge, connections to corporates, investors, and government bodies. My startup aims to unite founders, investors, tech talents, government agencies, and ecosystem players while offering comprehensive data, insights, and resources on starting and scaling a business, navigating funding options, and assessing essential support services within Malaysia's startup ecosystem. A total of 14 government agencies involved in the development of the startup ecosystem have come together to provide this seamless journey for founders, investors, and tech talents alike. Ladies and gentlemen, the KL Innovation Belt, as a key element in the KL20 Action Paper, aligns perfectly with the government's goal to transform Malaysia into a global innovation hub. The Malaysian Research Accelerator for Technology and Innovation, MERANTI, is introducing the KL Innovation Belt that focuses on building a vibrant physical ecosystem where innovators, startups, corporates, investors, and academia can come together to collaborate and thrive. By connecting and establishing specialized hubs across strategic locations, MERANTI ensures that every participant has access to a supportive environment, complete with essential amenities and opportunities for growth. Therefore, I would like to invite innovators and pioneers to join this transformative movement, facilitated by MERANTI's comprehensive support, including relocation services that will ease the transition for founders and their families to Malaysia. This initiative not only showcases Malaysia's potential as an attractive destination for global talents, but also underscores our readiness to lead in the technology and innovative space. Ladies and gentlemen, recently, Malaysia Venture Capital Management, MAVCAP, also an agency under MOSI, has unveiled the Malaysia Venture Capital Roadmap, MVCR, that highlights three main strategic pillars, which are funding, regulatory reform, and capacity building. MVCR aims to enhance the ecosystem with four main targets by 2030. It is estimated that the value that will be derived within the country's venture capital ecosystem itself will be increased from $758 million in 2022 to $1.42 billion in 2030. Also, venture penetration rate is expected to increase between 0.25% to 0.35% in that period. Ladies and gentlemen, as we delve into all the underlying key initiatives, let us harness the potential of this initiative to drive positive change, foster inclusive growth, and address global challenges. Together, the government and especially MOSI believe we can unlock new opportunities, drive innovation-led development, and build a sustainable future for generations to come. I extend my gratitude to all respective agencies within MOSI, such as Creator, MERANTI, MAVCAP, as well as the other 14 agencies across multiple ministries as the Buy Startup Single Window Task Force members, various partners and stakeholders for their dedication and commitment to advancing Malaysia's innovation agenda. let us seize the opportunities that lie ahead and make the KL20 Summit a catalyst for transformative impact. With a warm welcome, I would like to officially commence Day 2 of the KL20 Summit. Let's embark on this journey of innovation, growth and impact together as we aim to position Malaysia among the top 20 global startup ecosystem by 2030. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yang Berhormat, for the inspiring address. I'd like to invite you to kindly take your seats as we continue to explore exciting developments within our startup ecosystem.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, let us delve deeper into the My Startup single windows mentioned by Yang Berhormat in his speech earlier, which is a cornerstone within our strategy to nurture growth and continuous development of Malaysia's startup ecosystem.
That's right, and we will now witness 3 persona presentations that highlight the dynamic nature of My Startup through the experiences of a founder, an investor, and tech talent, represented by Joel Neo from Circle DNA, Tom from Gobi, and Camellia from Cable. Enjoy.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Morning. All right, that's good, huh? I can hear you right there. So hi, everyone. I'm Joel Neo. I'm a founder and entrepreneur. I built and exited 3 companies from Malaysia, over 500 million ringgit of value in the past 15 years. But this morning, I'm actually going to talk about my mother. So I remember when I was 21 years old, I was walking into the kitchen and my mom was cooking. She was frying vegetables. And I went to her and asked her, I said, hey, Mom, I want to be a founder. Should I start a company? So while she continued cooking, she didn't even look at me. She said, son, no, go get a good job. And just like any obedient Asian Malaysian son, I decided to start a company. So I started my first company. It was called Says.com. Because back then, it didn't make sense to me that people were paid every morning to get newspapers. Right? So 8 in the morning, I see my mom standing outside the gate, right? Taking up the newspapers, paying the newspaperman to read yesterday's news. When I was actually reading today's news online. So in a few years, Says.com eventually became one of the top online news platforms. We had millions of readers every single month. But my mom was not one of those millions of readers. So then one day I came home and I saw my mom sitting on the floor with her infamous newspaper, and now she had the scissors. So I thought my mom was going mad, with the scissors and the newspaper. And she started cutting the newspaper. And I said, Mom, what are you doing? And she was cutting out paper coupons, right? So she was showing me 50% discount, buy one, free one. So now this didn't make sense to me. So I decided to start a mobile coupon app that eventually was called Groupon. And in the first year, we sold 10 million coupons on this mobile app. And my mom was not one of the 10 million. So she was still bringing these free coupons. She'll wave it, go into the store, she'll get her buy one, free one. And then eventually, at the cashier, she would pay for the buy one with cash. And then I was in China and I realized that while I had cash, I actually couldn't pay for anything. And I think it's about time that, maybe I would, I thought an idea of building a mobile app that you can actually use to pay, right? Scan a QR and pay. So I started the first QR payment mobile app called Fave. We grew it into multiple countries in Asia. In the first year, we had $100 million of transaction. But I didn't get a single dollar from my mom. So she still liked, her cash, her mobile coupons, and the newspapers. Now back to 2024, today. So after 15 years, I'm glad to finally announce that my mom is now on cashless after COVID. She's also reading online news today, and she's also buying a lot of things on e-commerce. So last year, after successfully exiting all three companies, I started a fund. And this fund is called First Move. Now, the mission of the fund is just like me being a founder, it's always very difficult to get the first idea, hire the first employee, and get your first funding. So on the day of announcing the First Move Fund, my mom came up to me and she said, "Hey son, I've got a good idea. Should I start a company?" So obviously, I thought about it and I was going to answer her. And without even looking at her, I said yes. Now, I also said yes to 12 other companies in the past 10 months. Most of them are Malaysian companies, Malaysian founders. And some of it, I'll just highlight. It's a coffee company. They're making premium coffee accessible. It's called Kopiku. They just raised their second round of funding, valued at $10 million US. I also said yes to Collector, which is an easy trading collectible item platform. I also said yes to TreeCat, which is a Malaysian group of founders that was making recyclable electronic platform. And I also said yes to Malaysia PayCat, which is talking about wage transparency and financial inclusion. So all these are good ideas, good Malaysian founders, and now with good funding. So now back to my mom. So since last year, when I said yes to her idea, now every week on WhatsApp, she would text me. So she'll ask me, how on earth do I get started? How do I build an app? How do I log into my Gmail? How am I going to get product market fit? Am I supposed to do everything on my own? And so these questions that my mom is asking me is the same questions that founders all over Malaysia have challenges as well. So thank God today, right, with the launch of my startup, the
I'm one of the co-founders and the chair of Gobi Partners. We're an Asia-focused venture capital firm with a 22-year operating history. We were set up in 2002. We have 16 offices in emerging markets, and now we have approximately $2 billion US in assets under management and a global portfolio of about 400 startups. As you can probably tell from my accent, unfortunately, I'm not a Malaysian. Okay? I'm what they call an ABC, American-born Chinese, and due to the current geopolitical situation, ABCs are probably some of the most unpopular people in the world right now.
this. Imagine a world where talent meets opportunities at the speed of thought, just by thinking. Now, a world where innovators can connect with their talent just in a mere seconds. Now, as a seasoned talent acquisition specialist and also a tech enthusiast, I dare to envision this as a tech founder, right? There is such a world, and the world is called KABL, cable. Now, for far too long, the journey of a talent acquisition journey has been riddled by inefficiencies and also roadblocks, and causing a lot of problems in terms of talent acquisitions in the startup community. Now, entrepreneurs struggle very much to find the right talented individual to join their teams, and talents can't even find which startups to actually, work for. But what if I told you that we can change this narrative? Now, as the founder of Cable, a job matching platform for students, graduates, undergraduates, my quest led me to seek opportunity to converge with the community, to come together to bring great ideas to the country, disrupt norms, build incredible ventures, as well as connect with people who share our beliefs and build this as a great startup ecosystem. But there's one key area that I often see as a challenge for startup founders out there. Where do they find their team to build this great venture? All right, so let's just break this down. So picture this. In this startup world, there is this gap between startups, the company, and tech talents, who actually is dying to join each other. But where are they? So you'll be thinking, right, this is match made in heaven. Just connect them. But it's not always that simple. Now, one big reason itself is the competition from the big companies. Big shots, they've all got all these fancy resources to make them shine so bright that it steals the thunder off the startups. But here's a little secret. Now, in my daily journey with students at the universities, they tell me, what's startup, man? They don't really know what the term startup means, right? And of course, they will never know the transformative potential. So how do you find them there? Yet, every startup that I know have a killer story and also a mission that if it's not as cool, it's much cooler, trust me, than the big companies. So we're not talking about just talking, big grand visions, but we're talking about really doing the legwork to change and to disrupt the world. And that's what this generation needs today, right? So they want to work on something which is meaningful for them. Guess what? According to our survey, 76% of our Gen Z tech talents in Malaysia is looking for opportunities to upskill themselves so that they can make it big as a tech talent at the global stage. And 44% of them are saying that I'm willing to work while they're studying. So startups can actually take this opportunity to hire them as an intern, and 38% of them, if both have got mutually good experience, can turn into permanent hire. So I think that's a pretty decent strategy to actually gain into insights and also tap into the talents of the Gen Zs. Now, how do we fix the gap? How do we get them to find each other? So, technology can help. Smart algorithms can pick up their interest in just seconds and match them to the right employers just in a split moment. So, this offloading a big task from already overloaded founders. I mean, I've been a founder myself. We've started in 2021, and trust me, I know many of you feel the same thing. We just have no time to go through meaningless CVs, go through career fairs, talk to people, but at the end of the day, we're not sure. So why not let tech help us to, build this? So it's not just about filling jobs, it's about coming together as innovators to change the game. Now, with all those ecosystem challenges that shared by, Joel, Tom, and myself, how can we assure Malaysia can build a thriving startup ecosystem? Introducing today my startup, offering a one platform for all things startup needs to know. So for founders out there, My Startup can assist you to start and scale your business. For investors, this is where you can get insights and also seek potential startups to invest in. Now for tech talents out there, my dear tech talents, My Startup is where you can innovate and collaborate to create more impactful startups. So join us on our journey to propel Malaysia into the top 20 startup ecosystem globally by 2030. So together, we should collaborate, innovate, and scale beyond boundaries to transform Malaysia into a high-income, high-skilled, high-value economy. Can we do this together? Yes? Thank you very much. Presentation. More to come.
That's right, indeed. Up next, it is an honor for us to once again invite Tuan Chang Lee Kang, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, to kindly take the stage once again for a special presentation, adding depth to our understanding of My Startup's impact. Yang berhormat, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, it's me again. I was asked to do a Steve job. They told me, either you do a Steve job or you lose your job. Ladies and gentlemen, this room, this gathering of brilliant minds is a testament to the thriving tech landscape in Malaysia. Cast your mind to the rise of IoT and also e-commerce platform. Think of pioneers like Grab, transforming urban living, and Lazada, reinventing retail in the digital age. But is it easy to build a startup? Certainly not. But I think I'm qualified to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something that not many people know. You are lucky. I was a startup founder. Not many people know, not even my cabinet colleagues. Unlike our Minister of Economy, Rafizi Ramli, he goes around telling everyone he was a startup founder. I seldom talk about this. I seldom talk about this chapter of my life. You know why? Reason being is, the startup founded by Rafizi Ramli is booming and flourishing. And mine is already out of business. Nothing worth to mention. What? Pardon? Oh yeah, I know. Failure is good. Oh, okay, jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, the point of I mentioning this in front of all of you is to let you know that I feel you. I can empathize with you because I was a founder myself. I know how exactly a startup founder in Malaysia feels. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, we need to find funding. We have to climb a financial mountain to get funding before even getting started. Once we get enough funding, we have to tai chi with the regulatory body. A lot of regulations. And all this paper can be overwhelming, right? I can hear some of you say, tell me about it. And in fact, sometimes we are chasing after papers instead of thinking how to grow our business. After that, when we have a product, ladies and gentlemen, when we have a product, people don't know where we are. People don't even know we are here. How to sell, how to market our product. That is another barrier that we are facing. Guys, breaking into a new market can be as tough as creating a new product. And last but not least, it's about people, talent. How to get the right people to do the job right. I'm sure many of us are facing similar difficulties. But we, as founders, as investors, as talents, tech talents, we press on with a vision stronger than any obstacles. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, for the past 20 years, government has been trying to address all these concerns. I'm not saying this because I'm in the government, but I'm telling you, government is trying very hard to address this concern of be it founders' problem, investors' problem, or talents' problem, alongside with our agency, Cradle, MathCat, and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the time to put all our effort, 20 years of hard work, to put all our efforts together under one platform, single platform. This is where my startup comes in, with its single window platform, providing all insights and also resources needed by the talents, by investors, by founders in one comprehensive single platform. Ladies and gentlemen, government mission is easy. Government mission is very clear. We want every startup to thrive. We want every startup to succeed. And we are having this super Malaysia startup ecosystem roadmap, super 2021 to 2030, leading us towards a very ambitious goal, which is to be the top 20 global startup ecosystem in the world by 2030. And also to have 5,000 startups by 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, currently we have about 4,000 startup innovations and a total valuation of about $5 billion. Well, however, money is not everything. But of course, money is important. But money is not everything. To build a startup, we need connections. We need collaborations. We need shared vision. And this AI being at the forefront of building this single window platform, we are hoping to see more collaborations, more innovation, and more global reach for scalable growth for startups and also venture capitals. So you might wonder, what is it so special about my startup? What is setting it apart? Let us see. You may want, there's this little white box, well, not so little, this white box, listening quietly in the background. So, I want to introduce you, meet my startup AI. This is where my startup sets apart. Being one step ahead in making ecosystem tech advanced, you can get ready insights directly from the platform simply by asking it. Let's give it a test run. I don't need to look at him or her. I want to ask a question. My startup AI, how's our startup scene looking? How many startups do we have? And what are their main areas of focus? And who are the key players?
Malaysia's startup ecosystem is thriving, with nearly 4,000 startups on My Startup spanning across main areas such as fintech, e-commerce, health tech, and agri-tech.
Impressive. Now tell me about the investment landscape. Could you provide an overview which includes total investment and deal flow patterns?
Our ecosystem has seen over 400 deals amounting to $1.6 billion since 2019, with 69% going to early-stage startups while 29% in the mid-stage and 2% in the late stage.
Okay, now, why don't you give it a try? Anybody have any question? Oh, okay. Our friend over there.
Hello, my name is Iman. So 2 layers to my question. Firstly, say I'm a founder, right? What funding agencies do I go to? And secondly, what are the eligibility criteria involved based on my company stage? Thank you.
Great question. MAVCAP, Cradle Fund, and MDEC are key supporters, with eligibility criteria varying based on your company's stage, from ideation to growth. Explore the My Startup single window portal for details, where you can submit your pitch or browse investors open to investment.
Oh, great. Any other question? Oh, okay. Our friend over here.
Hello, my name is Arif. As someone that works with the IT industry, where can I find the upskilling program or course to advance my career with startups? Thank you.
Look no further. My Startup single window offers coding boot camps, online courses, and workshops for technical skills like coding and data science. Plus, you'll find mentorship programs and job placement opportunities with startups on the platform.
So now you can see how the platform can educate you and be a constant support to skill further. Looking ahead, we are not just riding the wave, but we are directing it. With Kuala Lumpur, KL already being one of the top 25 emerging ecosystems globally, we are setting the stage for a unicorn tomorrow. My Startup AI, let's switch on the My Startup single window portal, shall we? Hello?
Certainly. Switching on My Startup single window in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My Startup single window is now officially launched, truly elevating the startup landscape here in Malaysia and beyond. And thank you very much to our AWANI Minister for the innovative blend of holographic projections, interactive storytelling. What a mesmerizing experience it must be for all of our audiences here today.
That's right, I trust everyone was enlightened, and we'd like to invite Yang Berhormat to kindly remain on stage as we'd like to invite Yang Berbahagia, the technologist, Dr. Haji Aminuddin bin Hasim, Secretary General of MOSDI, to accompany the Honorable Dr. Haji Muhammad Yusuf bin Abdal, Deputy Minister of MOSDI, to kindly join the Honorable Minister on stage.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to witness the exchange of MOUs between the various parties. Coming up first, we would like to call upon Mr. Jojo Flores, co-founder of Plug and Play Tech Center, and Mr. Juk Tan, managing partner, APAC Plug and Play Tech Center, together with Mr. Brian Lim, executive director and head of Dana Impact Healthcare, Khazanah Nasional Berhad.
This will be the first of 3 MOU exchanges for Plug and Play, entering into an international acceleration agreement in the Plug and Play Malaysia program in order to grow Khazanah's innovation capabilities. We'd like to invite both parties to kindly exchange documentation. And to pose to the open MOUs.
All right, thank you very much. Once again, thank you, Mr. Brian Lim, Jojo, and Mr. Chu. Please remain on stage for the next MOU exchange. Our next MOU will be between Plug and Play and E.co Malaysia Sdn Bhd. We'd like to call upon Encik Muhammad Adlan Ahmad Tajuddin, E.Co Malaysia Sdn Bhd for the exchange.
Plug and Play and E.Co entered into an international acceleration agreement in the Plug and Play Malaysia program in order to grow E.Co's innovation capabilities. Now we invite both parties to kindly pose with the open MOUs.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Thank you, Mama Adlan, the Group CEO of E.Co. Jojo and Ju, please remain as we move on to the next MOU between Plug and Play and Cradle Fund Sdn Bhd. We'd like to call upon Engineer Norman Matthew Van Hacker, Group CEO of Cradle, for the exchange.
There is a cooperation for this MOU is to explore entering into an international acceleration agreement with the Plug and Play Malaysia program, an initiative under the Future Malaysia program for Malaysian startups to venture into international markets. We invite both parties to kindly pose with the open MOUs.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Norman. Thank you, Mr. Jojo, Mr. Ju. You may return to your seats.
And we move on to the next series of momentous MOUs between blue chips in the Bhd and their collaborators from China. For the first MOU exchange, I'd like to call upon Mr. Tim Chen, Chief Executive Officer of Blue Chip Venture Capital, and Mr. Russell Liu, Vice President of China Wafer Level CSP Company Limited, to kindly join us on stage.
Parties will identify, recommend, select and invest in domain-related companies or new setups in or beyond ASEAN region whom we can bring to Malaysia to set up their presence and a testament to the vibrant setup scene here in our country. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Russell Liu. Mr. Tim Chen, please kindly remain on stage for the next MOU exchange.
Right, for the next MOU between Blue Chip Venture Capitals and Ningbo SJ Electronic Co. Limited, we'd like to call upon Dr. Hua Fei, founder and chairwoman, on stage for the exchange.
The parties will identify, recommend, select and invest in domain-related companies or new setups beyond the ASEAN region and within, which we can bring to Malaysia and elevate the presence of blue chip VCs and Malaysian-based investing companies who are deemed to have good growth potential.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Hua Fei. All the best in your venture. All right, and now let's move on to the final MOU between Blue Chip Venture Capitals and Advanced Materials Technology and Engineering, Inc. We'd like to call upon Mr. Hai Tao Liao, Chairman, on stage for the exchange.
The parties will identify, recommend, select and invest in domain-related companies or new setups within or beyond the ASEAN region we can bring to Malaysia to set up their presence or collaborate with blue chip VCs, Malaysian-based investing companies. Congratulations.
Thank you, and most certainly we can look forward to remarkable things from this venture. Now we have come to the final MOU for today. We would like to call upon Dr. Saad Shukri Imbong, Acting President and CEO of Mimos Berhad, and Dr. K.S. Hua, Founder and CEO Phison Electronics Corporation, on stage for the final MOU exchange.
This collaboration aims to revolutionize the accessibility of affordable AI systems by leveraging Phison's AI adaptive platform and Mimos' expertise in E&E research and development. We invite both parties to kindly close with the open MOUs.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you, and that wraps up our MOU exchange ceremony. Once again, we would like to thank our guest of honor, Yang Hormat Tuan Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang Berhormat Dato' Haji Muhammad Yusof bin Abdallah, Deputy Minister of MOSDI. Yang Berbahagia Dato' Technologist Dr. Haji Aminuddin, Secretary General of MOSDI. And to our Honourable Minister and Deputy Minister, we would like to invite you to adjourn to level 3 for the press conference that will begin shortly.
We'd like to invite members of the media to kindly join us for the press conference at room 306, Media Room, as the Honourable Minister will be taking you through more details about what has just been launched, which is the My Startup Single Window.
That's right. Thank you once again to YB Minister, to our distinguished guests, members of the media. Please proceed to level 3, Media Room 306. And to the rest of our guests, please remain in this hall, as coming up next, we're going to kick off our first fireside chat with Carl Pei, the founder and CEO of Nothing. And what is that all about? Stay tuned. We're going to talk about the future of personal computing in the age of AI. And just to give you a rundown of what's
Okay, we'll be basically allow us to do some quick rearrangement. 2 minutes. We'll start the session in 2 minutes. Thank you.
All right, okay.
I'm okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning. Yang berhormat Tuan Chang Lee Kang, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang berhormat Datuk Haji Muhammad Yusof Abdal, Deputy Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang berbahagia Datuk Teknologis Dr. Haji Amiruddin Hasim, Secretary General of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang berusaha Norman Matthew Van Hacker, Group Chief Executive Officer. The management of Mosty and Cradle, distinguished guests, and esteemed members of the media, welcome to the launch of My Startup platform. My name is Elmi, and I will be moderator for today's press conference. Before we begin, I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone present here at Day 2 of the KL20 Summit. Today we had unveiled the My Startup platform, which marks an important milestone for Malaysia's entrepreneurial and landscape or ecosystem. This AI-powered platform will serve as cornerstone for fostering collaboration, innovation, and global connectivity within our vibrant startup ecosystem. Without further ado, I would like to welcome YB Tuan Chang Lee Kang to share a few words before we proceed. Please welcome.
Salam sejahtera. Selamat pagi, salam Malaysia Madani. A very good morning to everyone. Today, as the MC has already mentioned, we just launched our My Startup single window portal, and this portal is to ease or mitigate some of the problems that the ecosystem players have been facing. For instance, difficult to get information, funding, regulatory, and also tech talents. So today, this portal that we just launched like 10-15 minutes ago, it is to mitigate the issue that or address the concern of all these ecosystem players. We have been doing this for the past 20 years, but of course in piecemeal. But today we are putting everything together under one comprehensive single platform. So all the personas, for instance, either you are startup founders or you are investors like VC, PEs, or you are tech talents yourself. You can go straight to our My Startup website. You can have everything there, and it is AI powered. You can ask the AI whatever question related to startup ecosystem. And the reason of us having or launching this single window platform is to ease the process of doing business in Malaysia, especially startup ecosystem. And also we aim to be top 20 global startup ecosystem in the world by 2030. And by 2025, we hope to have 5,000 startups. And at the moment, we have 3,700 over startups in Malaysia. And valuation up to $5 billion currently. So we are looking at scaling up and become the top 20 startup ecosystem in Malaysia, in the world. So this is the single window startup, and this is part of the initiative of KL20 Summit under this KL20 action paper. So, okay, is there anything you want to add?
Thank you, YB. A gentle reminder to the members of the media, please state your name and organization before posing your questions. We kindly ask that the questions.
Maybe before opening to Q&A, do you have anything to add? Yeah. Okay, Q&A.
Okay, thank you so much, YB. Any questions from the floor, from the media?
Okay, maybe further explanation. If you are a startup, you don't know anything about setting up a startup, and you don't know where to find funders or funding, you can go to our website, register yourself, and inform the platform that what kind of startup you are looking at, you are at what stage, and everything will be there. The website will direct you to relevant funding agencies, or if you are a tech talent looking for employment, you can also go into our single window platform, My Startup website, to look for relevant jobs. So it's a combination of everything, and we are addressing needs for everyone, be it you are a founder or investor or talent. Okay, any other question? Any question, in fact?
You may raise your hands and also state your name and your media outlet. Thank you. Yes.
Hi, I'm Farina from TV3. So you mentioned that now we have 3,000 startups, right, with $5 billion valuation. So in 2025, how much do you target for the valuation for 5K startups?
Valuation depends. Yeah. In fact, we have no specific target on valuation. No, it's just an information about valuation of that current startup valuation, because it depends very much on the market also. What kind of startup, and then what is the need of the market. So it depends very much on the market. So there is no specific numbers or target for valuation. So our target is on numbers of startups. You want to add?
Is there any specific?
Sorry, if I can add to that. My name is Norman, the CEO of a credit fund. So I think what's important here is that we build that critical mass for us to be able to attract the investors to come into the Malaysian startup ecosystem, which will, with this, then it will give rise to a higher valuation. So right now, our startups are well known about reaching profitability. Now is the time for us to encourage more growth that will then lead to higher valuations. So right now, yes, it's about 5 billion. The whole ecosystem is valued at about $46 billion, according to the Global Startup Ecosystem Report 2023. But again, what we are trying to do here is that not just to build the 5,000 startup, but to build 5,000 quality startups, investable startups, for the VCs out there to come to the Malaysian startup ecosystem and invest in our startup for us to grow, not just within Malaysia, but regionally and globally as well. Thank you.
Any focus sectors?
Right now, Malaysian startups are pretty much, I mean, what I could say, there's a lot of startups in every areas of technology, but of course, what we are actually focusing on, or what our startups are actually quite good at right now, is very much into the digital tech space as well, things like fintech. But there are also startups, Malaysian startups that are actually leading the stage in terms of like halal tech. And there's also a few startups that are also ventured into space tech as well. AI, Web3, those Malaysian startups are actually, we do have that talent within the Malaysian startup ecosystem. So it's high time for us to bring them out into the fore and to attract foreign investments into the Malaysian startup ecosystem.
Yeah, there's a question.
Sorry.
Good morning. Big congratulations to all the effort. And as a Malaysian, I'm actually working for a Chinese mainland VC. We invest in high-tech EV, electric vehicle, aerospace, and others. So my question is that when some of our portfolio companies in China wants to come to ASEAN, in the past I find it quite difficult to find information about some of the statistics of Malaysia, why some of the mature technology Chinese company should come to Malaysia when they consider ASEAN. So is the MIND startup also have resources, brief statistics on why some of the overseas portfolio companies of MIND should consider Malaysia when they consider ASEAN? I know this is a bit outside of my startup scope, but I just want to provide the feedback. What maybe one single place for outside companies to come to Malaysia?
We have relevant information, but I'm not sure how deep it is in terms of depth. But we do have, and it is a living platform that we can feed info every now and then. So we'll try to enhance the info. Yeah, but currently we do have some. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi. My name is Henry. I'm from Digital News Asia. I would like to ask a question regarding about Malaysia or Kuala Lumpur as like an emerging startup ecosystem. So Kuala Lumpur is ranked outside the 30 startups within like the 20th and 30th spot among the emerging ecosystems. So that means we are at around like rank 60th in the spot globally. Okay. Is it? Okay, so ranks like 60th globally in the spot. So it's like when every country is above us, is also trying to strengthen their own ecosystem as well. So what is the detailed game plan to boost us up to the 40 spots within the next 6 years?
Or you want to answer this? Or maybe Norman answer this question.
Thank you. Currently, we are about 40 in the global ranking. But I mean, based on the startup ecosystem report, we are actually in the emerging category, which ranked in the category of 21 to 30. But that has stayed consistent in the previous year. So the ranking has not moved. But what we are trying to do here right now is actually to propel ourselves into the top 20. So how do we do that? So we do have plans already set up. I mean, since the Startup Ecosystem Roadmap was launched in 2021, we've already set out 16 interventions to help propel the ecosystem, not just in terms of funding, but also in terms of talent, in terms of regulatory, in terms of market access, and policies as well. So we do have all this laid out, and we are about 6 years away from that. But having said that, we do have other initiatives as well, other roadmaps, the Malaysian Venture Capital Roadmap and the KL20 blueprint as well. All these are coming together as a holistic plan for the nation to come together and actually accelerate the Malaysian startup ecosystem's development towards becoming a top 20 global startup ecosystem by 2030.
All right.
Maybe I just add a little bit because this we are adopting this whole of government approach. Although it's a cross-ministry thing, but we are working very closely with all other ministries. KL20 is not just KL20. We have other initiatives. For instance, this single startup, single window platform. And before this, we just launched early this month. We just launched our venture capital roadmap, and also we are launching this KL Innovation Belt. They are a concerted effort to boost the ecosystem so that it become more vibrant and robust. In fact, looking at the responses from the VCs and also startups, you can see that Malaysia, we still have traction to them. They are very interested in Malaysia market, and they are very optimistic that their investment will bear fruits in Malaysia.
In regards to the KL Innovation Belt, can you explain a bit more, because I was a bit confused during the presentation.
When are we going to do? Already. I know, but we already launched. Not yet. Okay. This is one of KL Innovation Belt is one of the marquee initiative of KL20, and at the moment we are working with a few co-working space, and we are offering office space for startups with discounted price. We are also offering other facilities, for instance, the club credit for those who need that, especially those AI startups. So these are some of the initiative that is included in this KL Innovation Belt. So we are going to sectorize it in a few places, so that this startup will be categorized in sectors. Yeah. So that they are more they have access to their peers, and also they have access to government agencies assistance.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any further questions from the floor? Yeah, anyone? Okay.
Today berhenti is not here.
No? Are we good? Okay. Itu saja, Wabi. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Our friends of Mida, thank you very much. And yes, if you have any further questions, inquiries regarding your press release, do reach out to Cradle's PR team. And in fact, you can simply download it via KL20 link Media Center. Or if you miss that, we have our QR code outside the room. So please remain, by the way, remain in the hall, because right after this, we have another PC conducted by Wahid Investment. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.
Lupa ajak berarti. Otherwise they can